To Germany, where a conference on Syrian refugees is taking place. The European powerhouse has seen a surge in asylum seekers, 76% more in the first 3 months of this year compared to last year. And that's worrying many politicians, particularly in southern Germany, where migrant centres are bursting at the seams. Anne Maillet and Jessica Saltz sent us this report.
As the Eurocity 88 pulls in, 2 officers from the German Federal Police approach. This train began its journey in Italy, and the German police are on the lookout for migrants.
Have you got a passport? Yes or no? Have you got a visa? No. OK, follow me. Take your luggage.
In this carriage, these refugees are all from Syria. They're exhausted, but relieved.
I need peace. I miss in Syria. Too much.
This line runs between Italy and Bavaria in southern Germany, and it's now under the watchful eye of the German police. After 20 minutes, they've checked just 2 carriages, and they're already calling for backup. The last stop is Rosenheim. This little Bavarian village now plays a major role in illegal immigration between northern and southern Europe.
We found 18 adults and 4 children.
Is this figure within the average on this route?
Actually, today we're below average.
The police in Rosenheim have arrested more than 5,000 migrants since the start of the year, and they expect many more. Roughly 50 people are registered here every day. The region has never seen anything like it. Most of the migrants have made the long journey from Syria and Iraq, all of them via Italy, on their way to Germany. And they're all hoping for something very similar. Once they've been registered, the asylum seekers are taken to reception centres like this one in Munich. But with the influx of refugees they've had since the start of the year, the centres can't cope. The authorities wouldn't let us take a look, but people outside told us about the catastrophic living conditions inside. More than 2,000 people are housed here at the moment.
It's hard. They shocked when they saw the horrible situation here.
I have some friends. They have been sleeping outside now. In the cold, sickness. Even me, myself, I'm not feeling well right now.
It's the same story across the region, according to this German NGO. Ben Rao has just been on a recce to monitor all of Bavaria's reception centres.
This here is an old furniture warehouse. It's a massive open-plan building with no walls inside.
400 people live here.
Here, the main political goal has always been to put the asylum seekers off. Basically, that means they force the people to live in these centers with absolutely no privacy to dissuade them from staying here.
Meanwhile, Bavaria's politicians prefer to point the finger at their neighbours. They say that countries in southern Europe aren't doing enough to stop the flow of migrants headed to Germany.
They need to uphold the regulations. That goes for Italy checking their trains, but also for Austria and sometimes for France. They just let them travel through. When I'm on a train, I get checked. But the refugees coming from Italy, Lampedusa, and Sicily, they don't. Where's the solidarity in that?
But as they keep on coming, it's the refugees who are paying the price. This year, Germany expects more than 200,000 to request asylum here.
Now, for more on this, I'm now joined from Germany by Karl Kopp. He's the Director of European Affairs at Pro Asyl. Hello, thank you very much indeed for your time.
Hello.
Now, to what extent has the situation in Iraq and Syria affected the flow of migrants to Germany?
Okay, the European statistics and the German statistics reflect this humanitarian crisis at our doorstep. Yeah, we have a huge humanitarian crisis, a catastrophe. And it's quite amazing that we have this emergency debate in Munich, in Bavaria, one of the richest part of Europe. They are not able to cope with only a few asylum seekers, a few thousands. And today we discuss in Berlin about the situation of Lebanon. The little country hosts more than 1 million Syrian refugees. So we should get a little bit real and to organize a common European approach of reception, and this finger pointing between Germany and Italy shows there is a lack of solidarity concerning refugee reception.
I'd like to talk to you about solidarity just a little bit more, but just to follow up on something you were just saying, are you saying that the German authorities are hypocritical in a way? Because in Berlin, they're calling for countries such as Lebanon and Jordan to get more help, but you're suggesting that perhaps they're not doing enough in their own backyard.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, concerning this reception crisis, this housing crisis, we would stress this. They did not prepare it in a proper way. It was not an overnight that we faced this refugee crisis. On the other hand, Germany is the most active part in Europe concerning humanitarian admission programs concerning Syria. So the hypocrites are in many parts of Europe. There is the lack of solidarity. That's a key problem. Europe as a whole was not able to cope with this crisis and tried to turn a blind eye. This is the problem and the shame.
You say they're not capable. So are you saying then that it is because of the crisis and that in some way it's justified, or at least you can understand why some governments might be reluctant to help?
Yeah, for example, if we blame Italy. On the other hand, Italy was the country to rescue via Mare Nostrum, this rescue at sea operation, more than 130,000 boat people during 12 months. And they were left alone. They financed it. And now it's up to Europe to substitute this and do it together. And in this case, the Germans were quite reluctant. They did not want to support this rescue at sea operation. On the other hand, Italy is not able to offer dignified living conditions for these new arrival boat peoples. They go further on to their families, to Sweden, to Germany, to Netherlands. They want to join their families, and we should offer them a solidarity-based and legal way to join them, to travel legally through Europe, to join their families or communities.
So you're saying more needs to be done at a European level, that they all need to show some more solidarity and help refugees more. What is it like, though, once they're in a country like in Germany? I understand that, that there have been problems in terms of the way they've been treated by locals. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
By locals means, we had an emergency situation, for example, in Munich, what you referred in your report about this. And we would say this was not proper organized. It's a shame that in Munich, people live outside on the street like in Greece, in a very poor country. So we should organize it in a proper way. Therefore, we had different summits now on the federal state level, on the national level, to organize it in a dignified way, not to fuel the debate concerning asylum seekers and refugees, not to create a racist environment. We have the chance to do it in a proper way because we have a lot of support in the society to say welcome to the new arrival refugees, and we should stress this and organize this together in a very dignified and balanced way.
OK, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. Thank you very much, Karl Kopp, for joining us for our Focus segment. Thank you.
Bye.
That's it from me for now. I'll be back, though, with a full news roundup for you in just a few minutes' time. Do stay tuned to France 24.